But it kind of is funny. Bruh, so NaLyssa Smith, we know she was a former Indiana Fever basketball player about a year ago, bruh. Now, I'll be one to tell you, she has now been sent to 2 different teams in a matter.
How does a star player get traded 2 times in 1 year? For NaLyssa Smith, it felt like a very bad nightmare that came true. It made her feel sick and confused. She kept asking herself, what did I do wrong? But this was not just a mistake. This happened because of jealousy, bad choices, and because she walked away from a big chance. A chance to play with Caitlin Clark. NaLyssa thought she was going to a better team. But the truth was, she was just being used like a game piece by someone else. This is the shocking story of how a good basketball career fell apart. And how karma always comes back again.
NaLyssa Smith traded for the 2nd time this year. She'll be hitting her 3rd team in a matter of 365 days. NaLyssa Smith traded from the Dallas Wings to the Las Vegas Aces, and this should come to no surprise. As Curt Miller said, literally, she was used as a means to get DiJonai Carrington.
But the problems began quietly in Indiana, just when the whole world was watching the Fever team. That's because Caitlin Clark had just joined the team. And this wasn't just any new player. Caitlin's arrival felt very big. She brought so much energy and hope. Like she could help the whole team shine again. For someone like NaLyssa Smith, who was also picked number 2 in her draft, this should have been her big chance too. Playing next to a superstar like Caitlin meant more fans, more big moments, and a chance to play on the biggest stage. But instead of doing her best and shining, NaLyssa started to feel jealous and sad. Something didn't feel right on the court. Things between her and Caitlin felt cold. And slowly, NaLyssa's mind didn't seem focused on her own team. She kept looking over at the other team's bench.
So this was not on my bingo card because truthfully, I don't really understand this trade. I never would have seen this coming. As a matter of fact, I don't think NaLyssa Smith saw this coming as she posted to Twitter, "Sick to my stomach, dog. Never seen this coming, but I love you, Dallas Nation. Thank you for everything."
That's because NaLyssa's girlfriend, DiJonai Carrington, played for a different team, a rival team. While Caitlin Clark was getting pushed around and hit hard during games, NaLyssa didn't seem to help much. She looked like she didn't care. She didn't protect her teammate, and people noticed. It looked really bad. During the playoffs, something shocking happened. Carrington hit Caitlin in the eye. Later, she was seen laughing about it on the bench, right next to NaLyssa. That moment made everyone think, whose side is NaLyssa really on? Even off the court, NaLyssa showed she wasn't happy. She deleted everything about the Indiana Fever from her social media. That's something players do when they want to leave their team. And yes, she got what she wanted. She was traded away. But what she found on the new team was not the happy place she thought it would be.
So NaLyssa Smith just got traded to the Las Vegas Aces because she was stinking it up so bad on the Dallas Wings. And now her and DiJonai Dirty Mustard Carrington can't scissor by the pool late at night before games anymore. We tried to tell you, NaLyssa Smith, this is the big...
The trade to the Dallas Wings looked like a perfect story. NaLyssa finally got to be with her girlfriend, Carrington. People thought they would become the next famous couple in the WNBA. It seemed like NaLyssa had finally left Caitlin Clark's shadow. Now, she was in a place that looked perfect just for her. But sadly, that perfect dream was not real. The truth came out when the Wings coach, Curt Miller, said something surprising. The team didn't really want NaLyssa. They only traded for her to help them sign the person they really wanted, Carrington. NaLyssa wasn't the star of the plan. She was just used as bait to get her girlfriend. She was like a chess piece in someone else's big game. And she had no idea. Her big move didn't show her true value. It was just a trick, a careful plan to get someone else. And sadly, this shocking truth was just the beginning of more problems to come.
The way that the WNBA is going, it is going up tempo, it is going fast. We are seeing these young rookies starting to really dominate in this league that is like kind of shifting into a different direction. And NaLyssa Smith is kind of the opposite of that. She has quite like a slow release time. She doesn't run up and down the court quickly, like she's pretty slow in fast breaks.
The dream of being a WNBA power couple quickly broke apart. In Dallas, things didn't just get a little worse for NaLyssa. They got a lot worse. Her game didn't just slow down. It crashed like a plane falling from the sky. The numbers told a very sad story. Back in Indiana, when she played next to Caitlin Clark, NaLyssa was a good and helpful player. She scored pretty well and did her job. But in Dallas, everything disappeared. Her points dropped. Almost cut in half. Down to just 6.7 points per game. Her rebounding, which she used to be great at, went way down. Less than 5 rebounds a game. She also didn't get to play much anymore. She went from being a starting star to just sitting on the bench. Even though she was still being paid a lot. And the team? It was also a mess. They started the season with a terrible 1-11 record. The better team, NaLyssa thought she was going to? It was already broken when she got there. And just when she thought things couldn't get any worse, her phone rang. The news she heard next would send her career crashing even lower.
Work on your game. You could have played with Clark, the face of the league, the most attention you got, and now your career is on the downfall. You about to bounce from team to team and probably soon be out. It's all you care about is your relationship, man. You don't care about balling. As long as it's about DiJonai Carrington, that's all you care about. And this is exactly why you're sick to your stomach getting traded from...
On June 30th, only 6 months after NaLyssa came to Dallas, she got traded again. Her reaction was shared online for everyone to see. She looked shocked and said, "I feel sick. I never saw this coming." But really? She didn't see it coming? She had been playing her worst basketball ever. On one of the worst teams in the league. Getting traded after that? It's like jumping into a pool and being surprised you got wet. Of course it was going to happen. But what made it even worse was what Dallas got back in the trade.
But my goodness, man. NaLyssa Smith. Yo. Man, talk about doing the Dallas a favor, fam. That is crazy work. Can y'all imagine a team with Paige Beckers and Juju on the same team? What in the world? If the Aces turn around and be a terrible team in 2026, woo! Oh, man. That's going to be crazy. That is going to be crazy.
Dallas didn't trade NaLyssa for another player. They sent her to the Las Vegas Aces. Just to get a future draft pick for the year 2027. That means they traded her for a player who doesn't even have a name or face yet. Someone who won't even be in the WNBA for 3 more years. They were saying NaLyssa was now worth less than someone who doesn't even exist in the league yet. She had become like a ghost. Just a name on a paper. To the team, she was just a way to get rid of a problem. And save some money.
We knew if we could get NaLyssa in a trade, that even more could get DiJonai through free agency too. So it all worked out, but a lot of work went into that.
Did you guys hear all of his compliments of NaLyssa Smith? The compliments of her game, the compliments of her finishing ability, her rebounding ability, her mid-range ability, her defensive ability. Did you hear any compliments about her game, or did you hear, man, I knew if we could get NaLyssa in this shit show of a 4-team trade, then our main target in free agency, DiJonai Carrot Top Carrington, is more like...
But the worst part wasn't just being traded again. It was who she was being traded away from. The very relationship that had caused so many problems back in Indiana was now breaking apart too, because of the hard and cold business side of basketball. NaLyssa had given up a great place on a team that was getting better, just so she could be with her girlfriend. But now, less than 1 season later, she was sent away. And her girlfriend Carrington's reaction to all of this? She just posted one broken heart emoji. That was all.
Y'all, look at this. What is going on in Dallas? Dallas just traded NaLyssa Smith over to the Aces. And she tweeted saying she's sick to her stomach over this trade because they blindsided her. She had no idea this was coming, obviously, but she literally went to Dallas to go play with her girlfriend, DiJonai. And now they traded her. What is going on?
No words at all. Just one emoji. NaLyssa's girlfriend picked a small picture. Instead of helping her teammate, a teammate who can score 30 points and get triple doubles, that means doing very well in many ways in a game. The irony was very hard to ignore. While NaLyssa was packing her bags to go to a third team in 1 year, Caitlin Clark was still a great fan. She was selling out big arenas, breaking records for how many people were watching, and becoming the most famous player in the whole league. The team NaLyssa wanted to leave so badly, the Fever, was now playing great and building a strong future. But NaLyssa was no longer part of that future.
Yes, they got rid of her for a draft pick, bro. They didn't even get a player out of this. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, this is looking spooky. And it's looking like, allegedly, this could be a locker room situation. A trade like this, quick, fast, on and on. But one thing I can say, a trade like this happening means to tell me there was a reason behind the trade. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to watch this story like a...
NaLyssa's quick fall from being a star player to being someone teams didn't want is not just bad luck. 2 different teams and coaches looked at NaLyssa and decided she was too much trouble. When a player is traded so fast, it's usually not just about how she plays on the court. It means there might be other problems, like a bad attitude, not acting professional, or making things hard for teammates in the locker room. Fans started to notice something strange. The Dallas Wings, the team that was losing most of their games, suddenly started playing better and even winning some games, right after Carrington got hurt and had to stop playing. This made people think the problems caused by NaLyssa and her girlfriend's drama were making things worse for the whole team.
No idea. You just wake up one day after having established a life somewhere, and now you have to go somewhere else and play with a new team. Like, this is crazy. And while that's just like the life of a professional athlete, this is how it's been done for years. And I think the same thing every single time. I just can never get over it because like there is pretty much no other job where that is acceptable. Like where you can just do that. Granted, I don't work in the corporate world, but I'm assuming in like a corporate job, if they want to relocate you to a different, out of state, they gotta like tell you, right? Like you have to like be okay with that, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. And then for NaLyssa Smith to have been playing with DiJonai Carrington, her girlfriend. So now that family's...
The quiet talk about NaLyssa got louder and louder until the whole league started to hear it. This was not just fans guessing anymore. It was a clear choice about how good she really was. Experts began to watch her game carefully. They found problems that people hadn't seen before. Because her attitude was distracting everyone. They saw that NaLyssa's jump shot took too long, and she couldn't keep up with the league's fast and exciting style. This was the same style that Caitlin Clark was leading. NaLyssa's game had not grown or gotten better. It had stayed the same and stopped improving.
It's not as if NaLyssa Smith was contributing in a heavy way toward winning, either there or in her last stop with Indiana, and they get a first-round pick in what is to be a loaded draft in return. From the Aces side of things, it seems like a move to try to remain in contention, but I'm not sure how much it's going to work out because Smith can't shoot the ball, defensively has problems. We'll see if she can thrive next to...
When NaLyssa played in Indiana, her talent was strong enough to cover some problems. But in Dallas, there was no superstar to take attention away from her. So, everyone could see her weak spots clearly. The biggest proof was the trade itself. A player who is really good and still young does not get traded for a draft pick that will happen 3 years later. Unless everyone in the league thinks she is not good anymore. Her reputation got worse much faster than her game.
Does not have a consistent cohesion and where she plays and performs really well from night to night. There was an in-game interview with Kurt Miller where he kind of let it slip that getting NaLyssa might have been like a carrot to dangle for acquiring DiJonai Carrington, who he really wanted, who, by the way, also hasn't been really performing really well with the Dallas Wings. And as a matter of fact, since she has been benched and she is out with an injury, the Dallas Wings have actually started winning.
Now NaLyssa is in Las Vegas, a team known for winning and having smart, experienced players. At first, this looks like a safe move with a big chance to get something good. The Aces believe they can do what the other two teams could not. They want to help NaLyssa get better again and show the good player she used to be. But this is a big risk. Is it a very smart choice? Or are they bringing a big problem into their team? The biggest worry is still NaLyssa's own thinking and attitude.
I'm not surprised. She's just not a good basketball player. I think she has potential, but she chooses to play a certain way, and it just don't translate. I think the Fever were right about her, huh? They got rid of her, and it was a good decision. She don't play hard. She don't. She plays when she feels like it. When she feels like it, she's pretty good. When she don't feel like it, she really don't feel like it. That's why I don't have much faith in NaLyssa.
NaLyssa's tweet saying, "Sick to my stomach," showed us something important. She thinks she is a victim, not someone who made her own mistakes. If a player can't say, "I made bad choices," then she can't get better. Until NaLyssa admits that it was her own choices, not bad luck, that got her into trouble. She will keep making the same mistakes again and again. Now, Las Vegas is not only hoping for her talent, but also hoping she can grow up and learn from her past. So, what did NaLyssa really lose? Let's imagine the other path she could have taken. If she had accepted her role in Indiana, she would be a very important player on the most watched women's basketball team ever. Every game would be on TV at the best times. Every playoff game would be a huge event everyone watches. The power of playing with Caitlin Clark would have helped NaLyssa's career grow a lot. She could have gotten many fans, sponsors, and become very famous. She would be known as a winner and an important part of a great team. But she chose a different way. Now, her name is known for drama. A story that other players quietly talk about as a warning. She gave up a chance to be part of a great team for a short, unhappy time in Dallas that ended badly. She didn't just choose a new team over Indiana. She chose to be forgotten instead of becoming a basketball star. That lost chance, a future that could have been great, will probably follow her for the rest of her career. This story shows us that having talent is not enough. NaLyssa had a front-row seat to basketball history in Indiana, a chance to be part of something that was changing the game forever. But she let ego, jealousy, and her off-court relationship cloud her thinking. She chose to be with someone who hurt her opponent, instead of being with a teammate who could have helped her become legendary. She wanted to leave a golden chance, only to find herself lost and struggling. Now, as she moves to Las Vegas, the big question is, will this be the wake-up call that makes her grow up and focus on basketball? Or is this the last part of the story of a player who had everything but lost it all? In basketball and in life, karma always gets the last shot.